Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Susan's Just Making It. I'm Susan and I'm over here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. If you like today's video, don't forget the big thumbs up right down here. Takes a quick second, means the world to me, helps my channel. So I hope everyone's doing well, and this video is part 2 of my eyeshadow palette collection. Again, make sure that you watch the whole video and try to pay attention, because I'm going to tell you what to do for the second part of being entered into the giveaway that I'm offering at the end of the collection here. So the first one was my bigger palettes and stuff. This video is going to have more of my like mid-size-ish palettes, and as in the first video, if I mention any creators channels, I'll link it down in the description box, because this also has a few palettes that I want in giveaways, and I want to give credit where credit's due, and you can check out these creators if you're not familiar with them. So I'm going to go ahead and get into showing you some of these palettes, and again, pay attention. I'm going to tell you what to do for part 2. Let's see. I will go ahead and start with, this is kind of like a mishmash here. It's not really as cohesive as the first one with brands, so we'll just get into it. First I have this Magic Eyeshadow Fantasy Changeable. This is a palette that I received from my collab partner Glitzy Gem, and she sent this to me in friend mail, and this is a dupe for I think she said it was for James Charles palette. It's a dupe. This, if you can't come up with a look with this, I don't know what to tell you. This has got like every color imaginable. You can do neutral, you can do colorful, you can do your greens and blues, you can do your pinks and purples. There is just like a million things you can do with this palette. Haven't played with it yet. I'm not sure if we're going to be using this in our collab or not, but it was really awesome of her to send me this. This is definitely going to be a fun palette to play with. I think if you pick up another palette and there's a color you're missing that you want to add, just grab this. The next one I'm going to show you is just a little palette I picked up at Five Below. I bought this when I was first getting into makeup and didn't want to spend a lot of money because I wasn't sure like if I would stay with it or lose interest. I've kept it because you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a decent look. I paid $5 for this palette. It's just a little Mercury palette from Five Below. I've used it. The performance is fine. The colors are fine. There's no reason for me to get rid of it or not use it again. It's a decent palette. I got it mostly because it's got a lot of the pinks in there, but it also has some like blues and purples if you want to play with that. And this is like a real dark plum, but $5. I've used it once or twice. I'm not unhappy with it. So just goes to show you, you can still buy affordable makeup and you're going to be fine. Let's see, another palette I have is another affordable one that I purchased at TJ Maxx. One of the first ones I bought when I was starting to get back into makeup. It's Tracy. Some people are familiar with her brand, some are not. I see it at TJ Maxx quite a bit. This is the Rosy Nudes. Again, I was into the pinks and neutrals to start with, so I picked this up, and it definitely has a lot of those pink, rosy, nude tones. I've used this a few times. I'm very happy with this. This is more for a subtle, soft, neutral look, but the performance is great. The colors are really pretty, so no reason for me to get rid of that. I've used it. I'll use it again. Then I have the Boxycharm Hello Charmer. This I purchased off Macari in a bundle, and I think when I got the Ace Butane one, this was in there as well. We used this in our Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday, one of our earlier Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday videos. I see this like popping up on third-party sites quite a bit, and at first I was like, well, why do I keep seeing this? Do people just like, is it that bad of a palette? People just don't like it? Or is it that they just put it in the boxes a lot and people just, they're overwhelmed with it? But I like it. I used it on my own a couple times. I used it in the Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday. I have no complaints. I really like it. It's got like really nice colors in here. You've got your neutrals, you got some this pretty pink glitter. You've got this like cranberry color. You've got this really pretty shimmery purple, this really pretty shimmery like teal color. Very pretty palette. I have no complaints. I don't know why it's on a lot of third-party selling sites, but I think it's a nice palette. I also have Cargo Cosmetics All That Glitters. This was sent to me in friend mail from Glitzy Gem as well, because she has this palette, so now we both have it, so we can use it on our Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday. All That Glitters, needless to say, excuse me, they're all shimmers. Very pretty palette. To me this says fall just because it's got a lot of the darker colors in it, but we've got like a pop of blue and a pop of green to work with. This is more a pink, but it's got, to me, like a lot of fall type colors, but all of these are shimmers. This has All That Glitters. It did come with a brush too, but I just took it out so that every time I use it I'm not picking the brush up off the floor. And the packaging's cute with the glittery holographic lettering. So we got that. And then I purchased this at TJ Maxx. It's from Beauty Concepts. I'll be 100% honest, a lot of the reason I bought it because of the packaging, because it's got a butterfly on it. And then once I got it home, I'm like, why did I even buy that? Like, there really wasn't a reason for it. I mean, I'm not saying the colors are ugly, but they're colors that are all in different palettes. It was the packaging, I'll admit. And I haven't used it because I've got these colors in other palettes, and they're so similar. It's not like, oh wow, I have to use that palette, I can create such a wonderful look, because as you can see, it's a lot of peachy, neutrally tan colors, so it's like, how much can you really do with it? It does have this pretty lavender, and it does have this pretty pink, but other than that, there's not much variety here. I would probably mix this with another palette because I don't see where you can do a whole lot with this, but in all fairness, I paid like maybe $5 for it, and I just like the butterfly, so I probably could have did without that and kept the money in my pocket, just saying. I also have the Dot Xeon Palette. This came in a mystery box as part of a giveaway from Unbox It with Maureen, which was funny because the first mystery box that I won from her was a Thanksgiving Day giveaway, and I received it like around Christmas time, and all the palettes I received were like with a lot of pinks and some purple in it, and I'm like, dumb luck, because it was just a mystery box and it just happens to be colors I like. But super happy to have this. Have not played with it yet. Like I said, a lot of it's just not because I don't like the palettes, I just haven't gotten to them yet. But Stephanie has this palette as well, so we'll probably be doing this on a Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday. And when I first got it, I'm like, oh, it's got the pinks and purples, it's really pretty, but at the same time I'm like, oh, it's nothing special about it. But the more I look at it, the more I want to get into it and think that it's prettier the more that I look at it. But it's definitely got like all the pinks in here, you got your purples in here, some neutrally colors here. I kind of want to get my hands on the one with the blues and greens. I am not a blue and green person, but the more I look at that one too, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, and the name's escaping me. I know it's a very familiar palette, but yeah, I'd like to maybe get my hands on that. But I have the Xeon. Really want to get into that and play with it. Then I also have the Ciate London Editor Palette. I have been wanting this for the longest time. This was gifted to me as a part of that declutter where I was given a lot of palettes. I was eyeballing this on Mercari. I was kind of scoping every time I went in TJ Maxx to see if I could find it. And this is one that I did know was going to be in the declutter. And I see this on third-party selling sites a lot too. And I'm like, well, is it that bad of a palette? Have not used it yet. Haven't had it long enough to get to it, but I'm sorry, this is a really pretty palette. I mean, it's got a lot of shimmers. There's a few mattes in there, but more shimmers than mattes. This is just a fun, pretty palette. It's colorful, but it's not in your face colorful. It's softer, and I don't know, I can't say enough good things about it. The colors are just amazing. I'm just hoping the performance is as nice as the colors. I have no reason to think it wouldn't be. I mean, Ciate London is a really good brand, but just haven't gotten to it yet. But I was so happy to have this because I've been stalking it on Mercari. I just hadn't gotten around to purchasing it yet. And if you like this palette, I know that there's quite a few of these floating around on Mercari, and they're not very expensive at all. I just hadn't gotten to purchasing it yet. Super pretty palette, can't wait to use. Colorful, pretty. really liking it so far. I just want to get in there and play with it. Then I also have the Cab Cosmetics Day to Night. Now, usually you see this in like a black packaging, and I was under the impression, and I'm sure other people are under the impression as well, that the white packaging and the black packaging are two different palettes. That's not the case. I thought so, but then I read somewhere that they are the exact same palette. It's just they did different packaging. They did the white day and the black night. Same exact colors. Everything's the same. Just one's black and one's white. And I thought, oh yeah, right. So I brought up pictures of both of them. They're exactly the same. Just some are white and some are black. Which I need to let Stephanie know that, because she's like, well, I have the one in the black packaging and you've got the one in the white packaging. I'm going to have to let her know. They're the same. We can use them on the same week. But I got this in that declutter as well. And this is like really pretty. I love all the peachy and brown colors, and then you've got your little pops of the I can't talk today, pinkish purples here to put a little bit of that in there. I mean, it's pretty neutral and a lot of the colors are similar, but I still think more so than the one with the butterfly on it, you could do a little bit more with this one. And I have a few other Cab Cosmetic products. I have a blush, I have some lippies, and I really like them, so I'm hoping I like this as much. I haven't used it yet, but if it's as good as the other products I have, I'm sure I'll be happy with it. And then this is dirty just with my handprints. I gotta wipe a lot of this off before I put them away. Fenty Beauty. This was part of the declutter as well. Now, everyone raves about Fenty Beauty. I don't have any products. It's a little pricey for me. I'm frugal. This is in the declutter. I didn't really think much of it. I opened it, and I love the packaging. It's got the bevel and the plastic packaging. I looked at it. I immediately started to fall in love with the colors, because there's a lot of neutrals, but this teal is everything. This pink is everything. A lot of these goldy shimmers in here. Then you've got your light color. There's a light gray, a dark smoky gray. There's more of, it's like a mix between a terracotta and a cranberry. I don't know how to describe it really. And I was like, oh, it's really pretty, but I would look at it and I'm like, I'm not really sure what to do with it. I like the colors, but how do I put them together? My Mask Monday collab where I did the glam look, this is the palette I used, and I really enjoyed using this. It blended well. The performance was wonderful. It's very silky going on your eyelids and stuff. This is a really nice palette. So I'm very happy to have this as a part of that declutter. It was one that I didn't know it was going to be in there. It was a surprise to me, but I'm really happy to have it. There's a reason that people rave about this brand, and it's at the price point, because if all of the products are this good, it's worth it. So, and then I'm going to show some more, you know, like mid-sized palettes, and then I'm going to end this video, and then we'll go on to part 3 with the smaller palettes. So if you want to be eligible for the giveaway and you want to leave the comment in the second video to be eligible, make sure you leave a comment down below having something to do with the palettes I've shown, whether it's just, oh, they're pretty, oh, I didn't like this one, I like that one, I'd like to get this one, whatever. But please leave the emoji with the little crab, the little crab. Put him down in the comments somewhere, and then I'll know that you watched the second part and want to be considered for the giveaway that's going to be in the next part. So, on to the rest of the palettes. So, let's see. I have the Fairy Tales, the Storybook Cosmetics. I've seen this floating around. A few people have commented on it. Some people don't like it just because it's like a chunky palette. There's like not a lot of colors and it takes up a lot of space, but I think it's cute. Like, I'm a sucker for the packaging, and if you're going to display it, the packaging to look cute. I've seen this floating around on Mercari, and the prices have ranged, all bounced around, all different. This originally from the seller, they started at $15, and I kind of was watching, I'm like, I like it, but no big deal, I'll get it or I won't, it doesn't matter one way or another. It was hovering around $6 or $7, and I kind of had it on my likes, and I'm like, well, we'll see. It went on to $5 free shipping. I grabbed it. $5 with free shipping. I mean, even if I hated it, big deal. But I do love the colors in it. It's got a really I'm trying to get the mirror out of the way, pretty colors. And I like that it's got a variety in there, so you can do, like, you're not stuck into doing the same look over and over. I'm not a fan of blues, but, you know, I'll mix it in with other colors. But the blues are really pretty. We got this pink, we've got some peaches, some neutral colors, a light gray. Haven't played with this yet, I haven't had it very long, but I'm thinking I could really do something fun with this. I really like the colors. And like I said, it's kind of a bulky palette for, how many pans did it have? 12. But, I don't know. If you're not worried about the space, big deal. Then I have the Volcano Goddess from Becca Cosmetics. Now, most of my palettes I have really positive things to say about. Obviously, that I wouldn't own them or buy them if I didn't like them. This was part of that declutter that was gifted to me. The packaging is really pretty with the rainbowy colors. I've heard that Becca Cosmetics is a really good brand. The mirror is nice size, it takes the whole top. Here's the colors. Now, when I first got this, like I said, it was a surprise to me. It was just gifted to me. I was like, oh, it's like really neutral but dark, and I don't know. It's like, whatever. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. This is gently used as I got it, but like I go over it with some alcohol wipes. I know who I got it from. I'm not worried about it being super dirty or anything like that. But the colors over in here on this side were really dark, so I wasn't sure. I sat down with this one day. I'm like, okay, I want to play with it. I want to see what I can do with it. I wanted to come up with like a more dramatic look. Now, I'm not saying it's a palette. It could have nothing to do with the palette. Maybe it's a little bit older, whatever. I don't like this palette. I was kind of like not crazy about the colors to start with, but I'm like, you don't know until you play with it. Maybe I'll love it. I don't like it. It just didn't perform well. I don't know if it's a little bit older, so it's like that has something to do with it. But I wasn't getting, the color wasn't picking up well on the brush. It wasn't transferring onto my eyes that well. So this is the only palette I can really say that I just, no. But I'm not going to pass it along because it is gently used. It was used prior to me getting it, and then I tried playing with it and used. So I don't feel right passing it along because it's used. It's seen better days and stuff. However, I will hold on to it just for the fact that I think that these colors here that I can still salvage if I need it for a brow bone. If I'm not grabbing for it, I'll hold on to it just for this reason. I'm a crafter. When I first started getting into scrapbooking, you could get the little chalk palettes to like, color stuff a little bit. I seen somebody share a tip that they use old eyeshadow palettes to like distress their papers and stuff like that. So this probably, when I put my eyeshadow palettes back away, will probably not be put away with the rest of them. It'll probably go on with my craft supplies to use for something like that. But because I'm just, it's just not doing it for me. And oh well, you gotta have one that's you're not crazy about, I guess. So yeah, that'll probably go on with my crafting stuff because it just didn't perform well. I think maybe just because it's older. I wasn't crazy about the colors to start with, but I was willing to try it. So that's gonna be a pass. If it was, more gently used, I would probably like give it to my sister or my niece or something. But it's just not worth passing along. My next palette is a Profusion Harvest. This was a birthday gift from my sister Karen. This was at Walmart. It was around $10, so if you like it, you might want to check out your Walmart and see if they have them. It's 20 shadows. This is so pretty. There was this palette and then another one. I can't remember the name of the other one. But she asked me which one I liked. I'm like, oh, I like these. Now, when you think of harvest, you think of fall. I do anyway. These are definitely not fall colors. These are colors you can use all year round. I use this palette. I only used it once. In love. Loved the look. Loved the performance. It was easy to blend. It was easy to go on. It was not dry and powdery. It was awesome, which I was surprised because Profusion's like a more moderate price brand. I can't wait to use it more because with only one look, I only dipped into like 4 or 5 colors, if that. But I love this palette. I love it. I don't even know why I'm holding that way because there's no mirror, but This is a pretty palette. It's got a lot of colors. They're softer colors. Like I said, you could do it all year. If you want to go into fall, you've got like a lot of the greens and neutral colors. Spring, you've got some soft colors. Summer, you have some more colorful colors. This is a nice palette in my opinion. I love it. I'm happy to have it. So it goes to show you don't have to spend a lot of money to have nice, you know, eyeshadow palettes, or any makeup products for that matter. I mean, some of the lower end ones are crap. That's why they're only $1 or $2, but not all of them. And some of the more expensive brands, I've had a few more expensive brands that I'm like, it's not worth the money. Just my opinion. This next palette is the Morello Twins. This is the this is from Beauty Creations. This one is the Brianna one. This was in the mystery giveaway from Unbox It with Maureen. And like I said, it's like just dumb look that I got a lot with pinks and stuff like that. I mean, it's not like she knew or anything like that. I used this, I think, in my very first Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday video. I like the packaging with like the little tin packaging. And this is, well, I ended up with some bright pink on my finger. But if you like pinks, here you go. We've got, I just put a big dig in my pink. This is a really nice hot pink. This is a little bit more muted hot pink, but that's a shimmer. It's got about equal shimmer, equal mattes, but it's got the browns and the pinks, and it's got your couple lighter colors. Really pretty palette. Really enjoyed using this. I really like it a lot. And if you like pink, here's one to consider. Now the other twin one I think is Brittany, and that's got more blues and purples, I believe. I would like to eventually get my hands on that one too. Like, I don't have any palettes, but if I can only pick one of the two, this one, because it's got those pinks in there. Let's see. Then I have Glam Babe from Fenty Beauty. This, okay, I ended up with two of these. One of them I purchased in a bundle from Macari. Like I said, I purchased a bundle once that had like 5 or 6 palettes in it for a flat price. And then I recently won one from Jennifer Loves Makeup. Now, both of them have not been used yet. I haven't gotten to this yet. One of them I will keep, obviously because I bought one, and one of them will be put in my giveaway box so I can share it with someone, because I don't need 2 of the same palettes. I will link Jennifer Loves Makeup down in the description box as well. So the packaging is really pretty, you know, the purples and the golds on the black, and it's got some shimmer and stuff to it, and the colors are really, really pretty as well. You've got your purples, you've got, this is more like a grape purple, you've got the pinks and tans, really pretty. I haven't played with it yet. This reminds me so much of Lime Crimes Venus 3, which I also have that palette. You'll probably see that in the next video. Very similar. And I love that palette, so of course I love this palette. So got that. Like I said, I ended up with 2. So one of my viewers is going to end up with 1, because I don't need 2 of the same thing. It's just, I didn't know it was going to be in the giveaway. I probably would have entered it if I knew that, because I already had the palette, but I did get some other stuff that I was happy to have, and I'm more than happy to share it. So it all worked out. Then I have Covergirl Ascension. I've seen this floating around too, and I think there's 3 palettes. It's like a series type of thing, and I just happened to see this particular one at TJ Maxx. I picked this up for like $3, and the colors are really pretty, like it shows on the back, and was happy to have it, but I wouldn't probably have paid more than the $3 I did at TJ Maxx, just for the mere fact that look at how tiny the pans are. I mean, I love the little scroll on here and stuff, which is okay, because like, how many of us really even hit pan on the huge palettes? Just saying. So it's not that big of a deal, but I just like that it has really nice soft colors in it. Like, if you want just a nice little soft neutral look for like an everyday, perfect palette. I haven't had it too long, so I haven't played with it yet, but that's going to be a day where I want just a very little soft makeup look. And then I have Teddy Girl by Butter London. This came in one of my FabFitFun boxes. It was one that I customized, and this was one of my choices. You probably, if you watch YouTube a lot, you've probably seen this palette. A lot of unboxers that get FabFitFun have this palette, It opens like a gatefold. I'll just cover the mirror. But the colors are like really pretty. Again, we've got like the neutrally peachy brown colors. It's a really pretty palette. I haven't gotten to this one yet either, but this is really, really pretty. And then I have some of these, you know, smaller, like mid sizes. And then I'll wrap up this video, and then we'll go on to part 3 with the smaller palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. I have a couple Violet Voss palettes. I have Violet Voss Essentials. This was in one of those bundles from Mercari. I have not played with this yet, but it's not anything about the colors. Just, again, have not gotten to it yet. I haven't been doing makeup long enough to get to all the palettes I have. But will I stop buying palettes? Probably not. It's addicting. Anybody that is into makeup, you know what I mean. Colors are super pretty. Looking forward to do this on a Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday if I don't dip into it before then. But I just love that it has such a variety. When I first got it, I'm like, there's like colors going everywhere. But that's not a bad thing. At first I thought it was, but the more I play with makeup, it's really not. This really pretty green, the really pretty gold yellow, the orange, some neutrals, a pink, there's a black, a brown. Can really do a lot with this. You could stay neutral, or you could put that little bits of color in there. Very pretty palette. I see this a lot floating around on third-party sellers, but a lot of these that you get in subscription boxes, that tends to happen, I'm noticing. But very pretty palette. And then I also had the Violet Sunset. And the funny thing is, I ended up with 2 of these as well. I won one of these in the same mystery box from Unbox It with Maureen. Like I said, it was just dumb luck that I ended up with a lot of pinks and purples. And then, like, within a week or 2 later, I won a giveaway from Aether Beauty. She was going to do 3 winners, but she only had 4 people enter, so she split the stuff up between 4 people. And this happened to be in the giveaway. So I kept one for myself, and I gifted one to my niece. She didn't have very much as far as eyeshadow. She just had a few neutral palettes. So I'm like, do you like this? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, I have 2. You can have one. Very pretty palette. Violet Sunset. The name is very fitting. You've got a lot of sunsetty colors. You've got the purples in here. Again, you can do a neutral look, or you can throw them purples in there and have a purple look. Have not gotten to this yet. It's just a matter of not getting to it yet. But I definitely do love the color story. So I've got that. And then I have these other couple palettes I'm going to show you. These 2. These were also in a bundle from Mercari. I think I bought like 2 different bundles on 2 different occasions. And I don't remember what ones were bundled together. But we have Golden Hour. And I've seen this mentioned quite a bit on YouTube, different creators showing this. This is a gorgeous palette. I think it came in a subscription box. It's from Beauty for Real. Yeah, packaging's cute. Golden Hour, nice gold packaging. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful palette. Again, not a fan of blue unless it's in small doses. But I'm trying to see. I think all of the colors are shimmers except for the brown, the orange, and the tan. Those are the only mattes. The rest are shimmers. These colors are everything. You've got the really pale, like real pale gold shimmer, and then you've got a darker gold shimmer. You've got this peachy shimmer, and you've got this teal. I use this palette, as you can see. There's dips in here. This is really pretty. I mean, I'm not like a blue girl, but you throw that little bit of teal, or it's more a turquoise actually. This is more a turquoise than a teal. Just that little pop is enough to keep it from being totally neutral. This is just really pretty palette. A lot of people, this is underrated if you ask me. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, whatever, it's just a little palette that comes in a subscription box. Really pretty. And then I have this I haven't used yet, mainly because it's one of those ones I look at and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And this is from Otherworldly from Fluid Cosmetics. I've seen this brand on Instagram. It's more a gender neutral like company where they promote inclusivity, and it's pretty. I look at it and I'm like, I just don't know what direction to go in. So that's the reason I haven't gotten to this yet. I don't know what to do with it. It's really this green. That is a true grass green shimmer. It's pretty. Then we've got the neutrals here. This is a shimmer. like a golden orange. Then we've got a matte orange, a tan matte, a like mustard colored matte. I probably mentioned that, the brown, and then this purple shimmer, super pretty. Actually, I think it's more, I don't think it's just shimmer, I think it's a glitter, because it's not coming off shimmery, it's a glitter. Probably would need glitter glue, I'm guessing. But I see it being like a neutral look with a pop of color, and then of course you need the glitter glue for that. And I don't know how I feel about this palette quite yet. I don't know. If I don't get to it, like if I can't come up with an idea for it, I may pass this along. Like you see, I just touched the glitter, and I don't know, like maybe I'll see if one of my nieces wants to play with it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like that green in there, but I don't know, I didn't buy it on its own. It was part of a bundle, and I look at it and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I haven't formed an opinion yet, so this I may pass along and share. Haven't decided yet. And then the last palette I'm going to share in this video before I wrap this up and then share the rest in the third video is the Aether Beauty. This is, I looked at the name and then I forgot. Let me see, I have it written down if I can get to the notebook. It's the Moonlight Crystal. The reason I have it written down is this is going to be in an upcoming Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday. Hint, hint. Okay, this is a gorgeous palette. They have this one, and they have the one with the peach tones, which is Desert something, Sunrise, Sunset. I'm bad, I should have looked it up. I purchased this at TJ Maxx recently. I paid $4.50 for this. This on the website is $43.50. On third-party sellers, this ranges anywhere from like $12 to $20, depending on the seller. That's new and used. This wasn't in the box. It was just had a hang tag, but it was, I looked at it really good before I bought it, and I didn't see any like marks where anybody touched it or anything like that. So I went ahead and bought it. I don't even know why I'm holding it. These don't have mirrors in them. It wasn't touched or anything, but I took the alcohol and just kind of went over it just to be safe. One thing about Aether Beauty is that all their packaging is cardboard, so it can be recycled. That's why it doesn't have a mirror or magnet. Again, I'm all about the purples and the pinks, and we've got all the purples here with this really pretty turquoise, a really pretty green, some grays. So I'm anxious to get into this. Every time I see somebody show it, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. So when I saw it, I grabbed it, especially for only $4.50. So yep, more than happy to have it. I'm definitely keeping my eye out to get the one with the neutrally peachy colors, so I have both of them, because that one's gorgeous as well. So that's all I'm going to share with you in this video. Don't forget about the little crab, and please leave me some feedback and comments down below, and make sure you tune in for part 3, because you're not going to miss the last step to be eligible for the little surprise giveaway type thing. I am not putting them in the titles because I want to give back to those that watch, and with watching all 3 of them, I know you're a consistent viewer, and some of you may say, oh, that's kind of sneaky. Well, I want to give to those that are there for me all the time, not just when I say giveaway. So with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and there will be a part 3 coming up. So hope you're having a great day, and bye for now.